Hi everybody, welcome to my channel. This is my knitting podcast, and I just thought I'm a bit late with this actually because I was waiting. In my plans I said I was going to shop my stash week in, well it was less than a week. A few days later I'm tapping and made a purchase. So this is late because I wanted to wait to show you what I had bought. So yeah, so today is Tuesday. I don't even know what day it is. It's Tuesday, the sun is out, that's why I'm having to sit here, because the sun's so bright over where I normally film, and I wanted to show the colours off properly. So I'm sat at the kitchen table, which is probably as well, because if you saw what I'd got sat down here, it'd just be all over. And if you can hear any tapping, it's Benji and Daisy wondering why I'm sat here. They probably think I'm going to start eating something and think they're missing out. So let's get into it. Finished objects. I've been a bit rubbish. I got the dreaded socks, the ones that I showed you last time, that have been on my needles seemingly for ages. I didn't like knitting them. I like how they look, so that's them finished. They are really nice. The yarn is Miss Bird Street Yarns Oh Solo, and the pattern is, I think it's a twin set and pearl one, coming home for Christmas. Really nice pattern, but I just did not enjoy making them. But they're finished now, so they can go away. And I have done this one, which is another Christmas one. I just wish the green was a little bit darker. This is another Christmas one. It's a tea cake and make pattern, and it is a lonely sock because I've only done one. But you know, there's all nice and new shiny things that are on my needles, and I just think, oh well, I think it's because that green's not quite dark enough, because they're supposed to be little trees, and I'm new to colour work, but the colour work in this yarn just didn't turn out as nice as I wanted. All down to me probably, but yeah, but I still like them, and I will do the other one, just not this week, so that can go over there. What's on my needles now? I am taking part in the Alex from my Yarny Corners hashtag. I'll put it down below. Know your limits, something like that. And I'm doing a colour work jumper. It's going to be a slow one. It's the Serif jumper. I've shown it you before, and I've only done that much. I know it's not a lot. It's all knitting the round, but I am taking my time with it, and I have got something else that I'm working on that's just easy, a bit mindless. And I don't know, I've just not been in it, because I'm going to work on this afternoon. Just got a little like nice leaf marker on it just to show where the beginning is, and I do really enjoy it. I just need to get a book on my audio book and get that on the go. I think what stopped me is, has anybody watched Traitors? Oh my god, we binge watched that this weekend. So I needed something that was just a bit mindless, whereas this one I have to kind of concentrate on. So yeah, so anybody that's not watched Traitors, Rob's certainly not into reality TV, whereas I am. But to be fair, we don't watch loads of telly anyway. Not like normal telly. We'll watch a box set, something like that. But I kept seeing it advertised, and I was just sat Saturday afternoon. I'd cast on this next item that I'm going to show you, and we sat watching it. We literally binged it all Saturday, and then finished it off on the Sunday. And we were shouting at the telly. I'm not going to give any games away, but you get the Faithfuls and the Traitors. There's only 3 Traitors, and there must be 19 faithfuls. They're all mingled in, nobody knows who's who, but they're all trying to convince the other that they're faithfuls. And the idea is that the faithfuls have to get the traitors out and the traitors have to get the faithfuls out, but even if there's one traitor left, they get the prize money, which everybody collectively has been doing like team leading exercises. But yeah, it's something different and easy to watch. Easy to watch it is, yeah. So that's my seraph jumper, still in my Christmas bag. I like Christmas. I think we should leave it all out. Now the next item, I was in my knitting plans. Oh, I've put my needle through that. In my knitting plans, I'd got a lot of slipovers. Oh, look at that. I'll have to pull it through. Oh, it's eased out. In mine, there was some slipovers, and it was just a round neck. I think it was the holiday slipover or the Friday slipover by Petite Knits. And you know, we're all trying to save a bit of money, and maybe I was trying to justify what I spent on yarn. So I looked for 3 patterns and I found one. Let me go and get my iPad and I'll find it. I'm back. So the one I found was on Drops Design. I found it through Ravelry, and it's just a round necked. It's a free pattern, and it's that. It's got a little slit up the side, round necked, just shoulders, and that was exactly what I wanted to make. It's called Rose Blush by Drops Design, and it's a knitted vest slip over, and they've knitted it in Drops Sky or Drops Soft Tweed, and it's worked in ribbon edging. It's worked, this piece is worked with ribbon edging and a slip in the sides, and the sizes are small to triple XL, so it's quite size inclusive. I didn't swatch, maybe I should have done, but I showed you the King Cole Galaxy, and it was the grey yarn with the little sequins on, and I had earmarked this for my Whitmore sweater. But then when I got it out, sorry about that, when I got it out, I didn't think that I would have enough to make it, and I didn't want to get all the way through the patterns and then run out. So I have ordered some more of that because I didn't, and then I cast on the slip, and this is the back, and that's how it knits up. How gorgeous is that? So yeah, so that's the back. It's desperately in need of blocking. It's got a rib edge, little narrow rib, so I'm just working on the front now. So while we're watching Traitors, this is just stocking stitch. I knit this up, but it's lovely, isn't it? And so when it started knitting up, I thought I wish I'd have saved it now for the Whitmore. So I've ordered some more, and I've also ordered it in a very pale pink. So I don't know which way round I'm going to make it. I was hoping it had come, but it hadn't come yet. We nipped home yesterday so I could pick the post up. But look at that, how gorgeous is it? And we go on holiday. I've got a holiday booked for the 4th of March. We're going on a cruise. I've never done a cruise before, and it's to Spain and Portugal. Took a lot of convincing Rob, because he once went on a ferry from Ireland to Liverpool, I think, and he was seasick for the entire time he was there. And everybody said it's different when you get on a big ship. So yeah, so I thought that'll be nice, because we're not sure on what the weather's going to be like, but I have got a thin blouse, and I did want these to just go over something. But I also thought something like that in the Whitmore would make a really nice evening outfit, or even if I did the cardigan, which is still in my mind, but I don't pay for the pattern. might have a look, see if there's anything similar in a cardigan. But I just love it, and the pink is a really pale pink as well. So I've got some more grey coming, and I've got the pale pink, and I just thought they'd be nice and casual. We've got 2 proper dressed up nights, but they're just nice, and I want a pair of like black evening pants or something for evenings, because I don't know how warm it's going to be. Some said it's quite cool on the ship because it's all air conditioned and things like that. So, and I'm a bit nesh, as we say in South Yorkshire. I'm nesh, which means I'm cold all the time. Yeah, so I really like that. I've just got the front to do. That'll knit up really quick, but I do want to knit on my jumper today. I think I might do. There's a lady called Mandy, and she does she's called, I'll link her channel down below. She does all sorts of crafts, and it's what Mandy made next, and she has different days for different items, and I think I really need to do that. She does cross stitch, she does quilting, she does crochet, she does knitting. So I'm going to go back over. I'm going to have a look what day she works it out at, because she has it like kind of rhyming, like Small Project Sunday or things like that. I probably got that wrong, but she has different days for doing different things. I'm just looking, Daisy were chewing something, and I didn't want it to be something that she's not allowed. So yeah, so that's my slip over, and that's all I've been working on, because with us going away, I had seen when I'd finished my Make Nines, I wished I'd have put the Birds of a Feather shawl on. It's an Andrea Mowry pattern, that's it. I will put some better pictures on, because I just don't think that picture does it justice. And I've had this pattern for ages, and I did buy the yarn in, I think I've shown this on a really old one, so that's how long I've had it. And it's done in 4-ply and a mohair, and I did buy these colours together to make that. They were the Birds of a Feather kit as such, and this is a it's a red robin yarn. She does a lot of, I used to subscribe, I think I subscribed for about 6 months, and they were all really nice. And this is the it's called Coastal Birds of a Feather kit, and it's 4-ply 75 superwash merino. If you can hear anything, that's the geese flying over. Can you hear that? Superwash merino and nylon, and I didn't tell you what other is, but it's a mohair kind of thing. And I thought that will be nice for when we go on. Can you hear it? When we go on this cruise, just to put around my shoulders. So I thought, oh, I'll have a look what everybody else's looks like, and I've looked at a lot of YouTube videos. It's quite a long one, but because the fabric that these knit up into is really fine, you can kind of wrap it round, but you don't feel like you've got a lot of bulk. But then, oh, that's how the nose itch. But then I saw a pale pink one, and I did think, because I caked it up ready to do it, I did think, will this go with what I'm wearing or what I've got? You know, it's not really quite neutral, is it? It's, you know, it's lovely for holidays, and it will be beautiful. So sorry about that, the neighbour came. Yeah, so I'll insert some, I can't even remember what I was saying, but I know I was talking about this. And it's knitted in 4-ply and some fluff, so I've shown you that. But then I was looking, and I thought I need something a bit more neutral, and I found some yarn on Attic Spin Dye. If anybody's, I will link their website down below. They're on Instagram. They do some great yarns, and so I placed an order, and I've decided to do it in these, which is not, well, I suppose that it is neutral, but it's got that little pink It's called Ruby Light Speckle, that, and that's a superwash merino and nylon. And with spin dye, Attic spin dye yarns, you always get a little stitch marker. So that's a little yarn of wool that's got a little heart on it. I don't know if it's got anything. And this one's got a little key on it, which is lovely. And this one is baby Syria alpaca and mulberry silk. So I'm hoping that I've got enough with those to do it. Oh, that's called peach fuzz. I thought they went really well. Sometimes you can't tell on pictures. Oh, lighting's not very good now. Sometimes you can't tell on pictures. So I was hoping that they would, and I think they will. So yeah, so I want to get that done for the beginning of March. And I think from what I've read, it knits up really quickly. Yeah, so I want to make that to take away with me. And of course, you have to justify paying for your postage, don't you? Although I think I did get free postage in the end. I saw this one on Alex, my yarny corner. Anybody think I'm a right stalker? She did her painted bricks socks, I think, with this one, and it's called Cherry Melody. It's a superwash merino and nylon. It is only a 50-gram skein, but it's lovely. Just look at those colours. I hope you can see them right, because lighting's not very good. So yeah, so that's nice. So I saw that, and that's got a little penny farthing bike stitch holder, so that's cute. Then I saw this one. That's lovely, and that's called Rusty Hull, and it's a superwash merino, yak and nylon, and that one's got a little sewing machine stitch marker, but that is just lovely. And I hadn't really got any plans for that, but I just love it. And then I saw these little minis. I don't have many minis. I think I said before, I don't really do scrappy projects, but I saw these minis and I thought, oh, they're nice, and I thought they'd be nice with that to do the painted brick socks, and I think I should have enough to do robber pair as well. What are these? Superwash merino, yak and nylon, and they're the Opulence 2 colourway, but there's like a really dark green. I don't know if it's not any better. There's a really dark green that's like it looks really purple, but it's actually bluey. That's like a magenta colour, but they're all quite muted. That's a purple. Oh, maybe it were a purpley blue, because that's the dark one, the blue. So yeah, so I thought that they'd be nice with that. They are quite muted, but I did like it. Oh, and that one had a little acorn one on. I don't know whether it's focusing very good. Is it for me? Somebody said it focuses on your face, but yeah. So that was my Attic spin dye haul. That might be a thumbnail. Oh, and I got a little freebie. So that's a little mini, which is similar to the big one that I got, and a Puckety Fresh Start. Yeah, and an update, because I suffer terrible with sleeping, but in my advent box, it was the Bird and Blend tea advent. I got some tea called Dozy Girl, and I said, oh, try that and it might help me sleeping. I forgot all about it. With Christmas, you pack everything away. And I just thought, I've got all these teas. I thought it was something here again. I've got all these teas. I need to have them. So I thought I'll start with the Dozy Girl and see if it helps me sleep. Stop it. And it worked a treat. So I have bought some. And it tastes, it's a bit floury, but I don't mind it. So yeah. So I think that's all for today. I'm going to try and do a update on everything once a week might be too much, and I'm away next week. I'm going home to my daughter's next week, so it might be every 10 days to 2 weeks I will do one. But if I get a real speed on and I get updated with all sorts and get some finished projects, then I will come on and show you. But I think 10 days to 2 weeks is enough for at least for me to have something to show you. And I know through March a lot of vloggers do a vlog every day. Well, we go away on the 3rd of March for 2 weeks. So of course, depending on the internet, I am going to do one every day. But of course, a lot of it will be about my holiday. And I know that might not interest many people, but I just think it's just something different, isn't it? And I did say I would vlog the holiday, so you'll be able to have a look at that as well. So yeah, so that'll be good. So right, I'm going to love you and leave you. I'm not going to drag it out and ramble on. And I've not asked you any questions, have I? But let me know if you've watched Traitors. We did start the US one yesterday, and that's got a lot of reality stars in it. And they do all quite, I don't want to say love the stars, but they know they're on telly and they're playing up to it. If anybody's watched Housewives of Beverly Hills, Brandy's in it, so I'll say no more. And Kate, that was on the one with the boats, Below Deck, Kate's in it, and she's so different to what she was on Below Decks. But yeah, let me know if you've watched Traitors and if you enjoyed it. Alright, so I'll see you soon. Bye.